This episode of Mobile Geeks is brought to you by Audible.com.
Nicole Scott here from Mobile Geeks, and here we are in Hong Kong. Now, I'm on a 13-hour layover on my way to CES. I kind of thought, why not? I do like spending the day in Hong Kong. So I took the MTR in from the airport and got dropped off at Central. And a 5-minute walk from there is Hollywood Road. So you can see behind me right here, there is an escalator. So it's a moving walkway. And, well, that's the start of the suggested itinerary that I found on TripAdvisor's Hong Kong app. It's available offline. There's a lot of really interesting things in it. So I'm going to go through the app, and while we're doing that, I'm going to show you a little bit of Hong Kong.
The Hong Kong TripAdvisor app has a bunch of suggested itineraries. If you take a look, there's even a multi-day ones, 3 days in Hong Kong, it gives you the suggestions. I'm going to do the Hollywood Road walking tour. So you can see, you can just say go, and actually here's the mid-level escalators that I'm going to do right now, and then it goes up to the Manmo Temple. But you can see that there is a map that has been loaded, and it gives you your starting place and exactly where you're going to walk down. So here we go. Let's head up the mid-level escalators.
One of the great things about this app is that it does have GPS. It gives you a rough idea of where you are. You have to leave the GPS on a long time for it to become incredibly accurate, which is one of the downsides to not using your data to make things happen. But regardless of that, I've made it to the Manmo Temple. So now this is the temple of literature, the god of literature and the god of war. So let's go inside and take a look. After you've been inside and you've checked out the temple, you can actually check in. Now, I'm not on roaming, so I'm just going to select them here. So you can actually go back through your sightseeing tour, and then you can choose which photos you want to put in. I do wish they had a multiple select tool, but that is totally fine. And then you can actually add in. So there you go, another cool feature. Just down a few feet away is Upper Lascar Road. So this actually means Cat Street. So the entire street is lined with antique shops selling interesting little souvenirs. So I've reached the end of the Hollywood Road tour, but what I did notice when I was looking around some of the other apps is that there is a mid-level escalator rise tour as well, a walking tour. Now, the Manmo Temple that I was just at, because I just kind of walked down the road and there was art galleries and a Java shop at the end of that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on a different walking tour that connects with this one. So you can kind of get creative with the apps and put them together. So this is the Hollywood Road walking tour that I just finished, and this is the Be Uplifted mid-levels tour. So if we kind of say go, you can see that this is the same escalator that we were at before. And if you kind of keep on going down to take a look, well, that's the exact Manmo Temple that I was just at. So if I go back to that temple, I can actually just carry on through this tour. Pretty cool, huh? So I've returned to the Manmo Street Temple, and I'm going to check out what are some of my other options on the other walking tour. So let's go through. There's the IC Mall there, Stanley Street, Lyndhurst Bakery, skip that. Here's where I am, Soho, we already walked through there. Moss Street, 0.4 miles away. Alright, that looks pretty interesting. So then I'll click up here on number 6. Oh, let's say number 6. Alright, so I have to use the map to navigate to this next location. Luckily that I have GPS. It is in that direction. Alright, wish me luck, guys. It's not TripIt. Okay, hold on. So here I am, I found the mosque. Now before we take a closer look at this, why don't we hear from our sponsor?
If you're looking for a good book on Hong Kong, there's a great work of fiction by Lillian Lee. Farewell My Concubine was turned into a movie that remains to date the only Chinese language film to win the Cannes Palme d'Or. Go to audiblepodcast.com/mobilegeeks to get your free audiobook download today. The TripAdvisor Hong Kong app is more than just suggested itineraries. They also give you restaurants. You can do Best in Hong Kong, Ding Tai Fung, famous Taiwanese restaurant, right? And you can see if you scroll down, the reviews have actually been downloaded. So the more traveler reviews, huge input. You can see that I'm not online, which is really handy if you want to save on data. If we head back, you can actually do attractions as well. Best in Hong Kong, and you can see Hong Kong skyline. Yeah, absolutely. So you can say, point me there, right? So by GPS, it'll find your location, and then it'll actually point you in the direction that you're supposed to go and tell you how far it is away. One of the other things that I like is that you can do My Save. So these are 3 things that I wanted to check out while I was in town. This is the computer market here, right? So you can say, point me, save it on map, check in, and then there was the Goldfish Street. So this is actually a very powerful little app that you can use offline. It was definitely my choice, and they have them for a whole bunch of different cities. There's even a metro stations part in this. So I love that the maps are offline. Here's one that I downloaded for Seoul as well. So I'm actually kind of addicted to the TripAdvisor app. So why don't we take a look at the mosque here in Hong Kong?
Thanks so much for joining me on my layover in Hong Kong. I'm Nicole Scott from Mobile Geeks.